Namaskar to everyone. We are in chapter 3. Krishna has been telling Arjuna to fight. But what should he, or how should he take the life as such? He is giving directions. I think we have to go to
29th, Guruvar.
29. Prakriter gunasammooda sajjante gunakarmasu tanna krishna vido vindan krishna vinna vichale. There are some people who believe that kamya karma, that is doing anything for a desire, and there are some who do it only for offering at the feet of God. Nishkam karma, kamya karma and nishkam karma, there are two aspects. One, doing some puja, some tapasya, some fasting, or some such thing which we usually do for a definite purpose. That is number one, kamya karma, that is called. You want a result, so you have been doing it. Another one, you offer everything you do it because it is your duty to do it and offer it at the feet of God. That's called Nishkam Karma. Krishna is giving a wonderful warning in this shloka. Don't disturb those who have been doing Kamya Karmas. Let them be doing it. They may come in their life when they come to do Nishkam Karma. In fact, I really feel our spiritual system, Hinduism, is remaining not because of Bhagavad Gita so much, as it depends more on the temples. People believe that God is sitting in the temple, they go there and they worship and they do so on with Kamya Karma. But for those who have come to Bhagavad Gita, God is in your house with you, within you, and also in everybody whom you see. This is the knowledge Krishna is giving Arjuna and to us also to think about. So he says, those who have the knowledge should not disturb those who do Kamya Karma. I was wondering why Krishna should have told like this. Later I realized all cannot come to the level of Bhagavad Gita, therefore this must be true, probably accepted by Arjuna, by Krishna. Therefore, Prakriter gunasammoda sajjante gunakarmasu. Those who are deluded by modification of the Prakriti become bound in terms of the body, mind, sense complex and action. So they do everything to get a particular result. One who knows self should not disturb those who do not know self and who are not discriminative. Though they don't have the full knowledge why they should do and so on, they only do for a particular result. That should not happen is the advice of Krishna to Arjuna and to us also. And we have no right to think that those who go to temple are not good people. Krishna says, don't disturb them. A day may come when they may reflect over what they have been doing and their ways may change. This is the beginning step of any spirituality. Probably for that reason, Krishna says, don't disturb those who do with ignorance these practices. I think we can recite. Prakriter gunasammudaha. Meena madam.
Prakrite tu gunasammudaha.
Sajjante gunakarmasu.
Sajjante gunakarmasu.
Tanna Krishna vido mandan.
Tana Krishna vido mandan.
Krishna vinna vichalayet.
Krishna vinna vichalayet.
Prakriter gunasammudaha.
Prakrite gunasammudaha.
Sajjante gunakarmasu.
Sajjante gunakarmasu.
Tanna Krishna vido mandan.
Tana Krishna vido mandan.
Krishna vinna vichalayet.
कृष्ण भिन्न विचालयेत्
Navichalayet, don't disturb the people who do kamya karmas. That is the advice given by Krishna to Arjuna. We have also been listening to his advice sitting here. And next shloka is one of the best in Bhagavad Gita, an awakener, an eye opener. How are we to be relaxed in life? That too, absolutely relaxed. Whatever may be the responsible job that you do, you must be relaxed after doing that, must be peaceful at heart all day. How could it be? Giving a beautiful answer to each one of us. Mai sarvani karmani sanyasyad atmachetasa. Krishna is telling Arjuna, offer all things you do at my feet. Mai sarvani karmani sanyasyad atmachetasa. With willingness, you offer everything that you do to me. Nirashir nirmamo bhutva. Nirashi means don't have great desires and don't have the ego. Nirashir nirmamaha. Nirashi, desire free. Nirmamaha, ego free. Nirashir nirmamo bhutva. Yudhyasva vigatajvaraha. Fight leaving your fever. Fight leaving your doubts. Best way Krishna suggesting Arjuna to fight back, not to have any tension. Mai sarvani karmani sanyasyad atmachetasa. Willfully you submit all your desire to me, all your actions that you do to me. Nirashir nirmamo. Underline that shloka. That's one of the greatest guidance, the shortest and the most beautiful. Nirashir nirmamo bhutva. Work to the best of your ability, don't have any desire of the result, which he had already told us in the Karmanyavadikarsya, the 47th stroke of second chapter. But here he is saying it again, Mai sarvani karmani sanyasyad atmachetasa. With willfulness, sanyasyad atmachetasa. With your full will, you offer everything at my feet. Mai sarvani karmani. All things you do, you offer at my feet. Nirashir nirmamo bhutva. Don't have any expectation other than doing your work to the best of your ability. Don't have the ego that I have been doing it. Leave them both. And yudhyasva vigatajvara. Fight back without fever. Vigatajvara means having no fever. Having no fever is, we know Arjuna had a lot of doubt what to do, what not to do, and so on. Leave that all and fight back. If we can follow this one, from today we will be the happiest on earth. Our mind is always bothered about something that happened in the past, so spoils the present, or something that we want to achieve in the future. Again, that spoils this present. We are never in the present. That's what Krishna said in the Gatasu Nagatasu Nanushotanti Pandita in the second chapter. If we are in the present, now is the happiest time. Without ego, without desire, fight back, leave the rest to me. Leave the rest to me. Mai sarvani karmani sanyasyad atmachetasa. I think I have making the shloka clear to every one of you. All your actions you offer at me with willfulness. Atmachetasa. With your willingness, you offer whatever you do to me. Nirashit nirmamo bhutva. There are two words which I think all of you understand. Have no desire. Desire is our problem. Have no desire. Have no ego also. Nirmamo bhutva. Have no ego also. Yudhyasva vigatajvaraha. Leaving all your doubts, fight back. Purpose of Krishna is to make Arjuna to fight back. That is an affair of killing. We are almost in the same situation in the country at present. Should we punish or not? Krishna says, fight back. What comes, we can see later. But it's your duty to fight back. Nirashir nirmamo bhutva. Teach a lesson, the greatest lesson. But don't have the ego. Without ego, without and desire, fight back. That's the advice. Underline the shloka. Well, let's recite. Mai sarvani karmani
मयि सर्वाणि कर्माणि
sanyasyadatmachetasa
सन्न्यस्याध्यात्मचेतसा
nirashir nirmamo bhutva
निराशीर्निर्ममो भूत्वा
yudyasva vigatajvaraha
युध्यस्य विगतज्वरः
mai sarvani karmani
मयि सर्वाणि कर्माणि
sanyasyadatmachetasa
सन्न्यस्याध्यात्मचेतसा
nirashir nirmamo bhutva
निराशीर्निर्ममो भूत्वा
yudyasva vigatajvaraha.
युध्यस्य विगतज्वरः.
He tells the importance of 30th shloka in the 31st shloka. What if we can manage to do like this? Eme matamidam nityam anutishtanti manavaha. Any human being who follows my decided conclusion, matamidam nityam, my view, Shraddhavanto Anusuyanto, the man who is having Shraddha in me, man who is not jealous. Shraddhavanta is a man with Shraddha. Anusuyanto, man without desire, man without jealousy. If a man with Shraddha, without jealousy, if he can follow my definite opinion, as I said in 30, Muchyante tepi karma bihi. They will also be relieved from all their karmas. Karma bandhana will not be there if you do it that way. That's exactly the beautiful point Krishna is telling Arjuna. Fight, leave the rest to me. Offer it to me, be relaxed. Eme matamidam nityam. This is my definite opinion. Opinion with, I have been telling this with all confidence. Anutishtanti manavaha. Those who follow this. Anutishtanti is those who follow this. The men who follow this, the women who follow this. Anutishtanti manavaha. Shraddhavantaha. They are Shraddhavanta. They have a lot of dedication towards the God. They have the Shraddha. Anusuyantaha. They are without jealousy. They have Shraddha. They don't have jealousy. Muchyante tepi karma bihi. They also will be relieved from all papa, karma. That is, they will always be fresh and new people. They will be relieved from all their karma. That's the thing. So if you follow the 30th shloka, this is going to happen to each one of us. That is, Krishna is telling Arjuna and to us also. Eme madamitam nityam anutishtanti manavaha. Those who follow my definite opinion, with all shraddha, without jealousy, they will also be relieved from all karma bandhanas. All karma bandhanas, they will be relieved. If that to happen, follow the 30th shloka. That is the previous one. The result of following the 30th shloka is the 31st shloka. This will happen to you if you do this. That's what Krishna is telling Arjuna. And to us who have been listening to that advice, he is also telling us. In fact, while we are doing Bhagavad Gita, we must have one thing that Krishna is telling me. That's what I should really think that every time I do. And unless we do like that, we don't feel the God advising us. Somebody is doing it and I am listening. That should not happen. These words, when I play the shlokas, it is directly from God to me and to you also. I am also a listener, you are also a listener, not from me, but from that cosmic consciousness who has been speaking to us. I think we can recite. Eme matamidam nityam
ये मे मतमिदं नित्यम्
anutishtanti manavaha
अनुतिष्ठन्ति मानवाः
श्रद्धावन्तो अनुसूयन्तः
श्रद्धावन्तो अनसूयन्तः
मुच्यन्ते तेऽपि कर्मभिः
मुच्यन्ते तेऽपि कर्मभिः
ये मे मतमिदं नित्यम्
ये मे मतमिदं नित्यम्
अनुतिष्ठन्ति मानवाः
अनुतिष्ठन्ति मानवाः
श्रद्धावन्तो अनुसूयन्तः
श्रद्धावन्तो अनसूयन्तः
मुच्यन्ते तेऽपि कर्मभिः.
मुच्यन्ते तेऽपि कर्मभिः.
Were you present, Swati, when I said about 30th shloka? You can show. I saw your face just now, so I said, because one of the best things that he has told us to understand, and this is my definite opinion, he said in the 31st, those who follows with Shraddha, without jealousy, will be relieved of their all of their karma bandhana, that is what he is. And then the other way around. If we do not follow, what would happen? The next shloka says, Ete tadabhyasuyantah nanu tishtanti me matam sarvajnana moodastan vidyinashtan chetasaha. Only way left for us to be relaxed is to listen to what he said in the shloka 30. And if one doesn't care to listen to him, what would he be? How would he be? Krishna is telling Arjuna, those who have asuye, jealousy, those who do not follow what I say, nanu tishtanti me matam, those who do not follow my view, sarvajnana vimurdata, they are devoid of all knowledge. And also, they are nashta chetasaha, they are people who have lost all their feeling, all their ichha shakti. Nashta chetasaha. Etve tadubhyasuyanto nanu tishtanti me matam. Exactly. 32nd shloka says, what would happen if you do not follow the 30th shloka, where he said, offer everything to me, be relaxed. If you do what he said in 31st shloka, he said, what would happen to that man who listened to my opinion and follows it? And now he says, what would happen to him if he doesn't listen to me and do not follow it, and doesn't follow it? Nanu tishtanti me matam. What is he? Sarvajnana vimudha. He is devoid of all knowledge, ignorant of all knowledge. Sarvajnana vimudha he is. One who doesn't follow what I said in shloka 30 is a mudha. Vidhi nashtana chetsa. Vidhi means know that he has lost all his feelings, all his thought, all his sense of discrimination. Nothing is left in him. He is ruined. A man is ruined. That's what he wants to tell us. Nanu tishtanti me matam. If somebody hates me, asuyataha, and doesn't follow what I say, that man is sarvajnana vimudha, devoid of all knowledge. And not only that, vidhi nashtana chetasa, and also he has lost all his feelings and mind. And not a man who would succeed in life, who would be happy in life, who would get the advice of Krishna in his lifetime. The opposite of what he said in 31 is in 32. If he follows, what happens to you? He said, you will be released of all your papas, all your karma. If you do not follow, you are bound by your karma. You have to get what you do. And you have to suffer throughout the life, not understanding the real truth of life. I think we can recite. Etve tadabhyasu yantaha
एत्वेदभ्यसूयन्तः
nanu tishtanti me matam
नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतम्
sarvajnana vimudanstan
सर्वज्ञानविमूढांस्तान्
viddhi nashtana chetasaha.
विद्धि नष्टान चेतसः
Etve tadabhyasu yantaha
एतेदभ्यसूयन्तः
nanu tishtanti manavaha nanu tishtanti me matam
नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतम्
sarvajnana vimudanstan
सर्वज्ञानविमूढांस्तान्
viddhi nashtana chetasaha.
विद्धि नष्टान चेतसः.
And we are all different human beings here. And we have our own ratio of mixing of sattva, raja and tama. And that makes us different human beings. Though there are 800 crore people on earth, not two are identical. We are all different in one way or the other. Sadrishyam chestate swasya prakriter jnanvanapi prakritim yanti bhutani nigraha kim karishyasi. Here again Krishna is telling something. You have to act according to your prakriti. You cannot overcome them fully. That doesn't mean you must not try also. I gave the example of Kaikeyi yesterday, I think. Kaikeyi had all love for Rama. She loved Rama more than she loved Bharata. But she was born for the purpose which she was there. She had to send Rama out of the palace. He should have been coronated on that day, but avoiding that, she sends him forest. She knew Dasharatha may also live after sending Rama out, but she did it. That is, sometimes Prakriti gets the action done by us whether we like it or not. We do that. We may not be able to control all, but still we must try to do that. That is what Krishna is telling. Sadrishyam chestate swasyaha prakrite jnanvanapi. Even a wise person acts in keeping with his or her own nature. Inner nature guides us to do this, not to do this. Prakritim yanti bhutani nigraha kim kare. Then how can we control our desires, sir? You cannot burn the desire. That's what Krishna is telling. You must be able to satisfy your desire, understand your desire, and go beyond the desire. There is a way of life here. It is called dharma. Dharma way of satisfying all our desires. Through that you have to. Suppose I gave you the example of Brahmananda telling about the jalebis. Whenever he sat for meditation, he began to think of jalebi. Willfully he got beaten up in the hotel, taking jalebi plate from the counter. And then he asked, "Are you okay now?" Then his desire was lost. So you cannot burn your desires. You must overcome your desires after understanding them. That is why we see those who call sannyasis are Shankaracharya says, Udara nimittam bahukruta vesham. They are in the form of sannyasis, really not sannyasis. The way we have taken in life is really a good way. That is according to Krishna, and Krishna's way also was like that. So, prakritim yanti bhutani nigraha kim karishyati. You cannot control all. You have to understand and overcome. You have to reflect over them and overcome. It is possible to control. Not that I have a desire, I don't satisfy that at all. If you have a desire like that, it will happen something like the desire for jalebi. Whenever you sit for meditation, jalebi appears. If you eat one and say, this is all the jalebi is, then you are relieved. Forget jalebi, go to meditation. So, he says, Nigrahan Kinkarishyasi, because we are guided by our inner gunas, there are three of them which we know, in different ratio in each one of us. In some of us, sattva is more, in some of them, rajas is more, in some of us, tamas may be more. We are not pure sattva, pure rajas, pure tamas. There is a mixture. So we will act according to the gunas inside us, but still you must be aware that you must come out of these gunas, understanding them, not just I don't do that. I gave you the example of two students, one going to the cinema, other sitting in a class. The boy who went to cinema understood lesson also better, the cinema also enjoyed. The boy who did not go to the cinema did not enjoy the class, nor was in the picture. His chetasa was nashta chetasa, that is it. Sadrisham chestate swasya prakriter jnanavanapi prakritim yanti bhutani nigraha kinkarishyas. Second line you underline. We have to understand and overcome our desire. Krishna is not against our satisfying our desire in the legal way, lawful way, in the dharma way. It is all right according to Krishna. If it is not understood, you cannot overcome. It will always haunt you. Should not happen like that. Only understanding can take us to a better position in life, and we cannot burn our desires and achieve the liberation. No. It will haunt us, like the jalebi story. Close the eyes, jalebis appear. Eat one or two of them, know what it means. Now you are free. You don't have the desire left at all. You have perfectly understood what it means. Sadrisham chestate swasya prakrite jnanavanapi. Even wise man acts according to his gunas. Three gunas in him. Sattva, raja, tama. Because all beings follow their own nature. The 86 sitting here have 86 nature of our own. And nigraha kinkarishyati. Who can control them in full? It's not possible. You cannot just leave it, but you have a means of overcoming them by satisfying whatever can be satisfied by legal means, by lawful means. I think we can recite the shloka. That's an interesting instruction. Sadrisham chestate swasyaha
Sadrisam chestate swasyaha
prakrite jnanavanapi
prakriter jnanavanapi
prakritim yanti bhutani
prakritim yanti bhutani
nigraha kim karishyati.
vigraha kim karishyati.
Sadrisham chestate swasyaha
Sadrisam chestate swasyaha
prakrite jnanavanapi
prakriter jnanavanapi
prakritim yanti bhutani
prakritim yanti bhutani
nigraha kim karishyati.
vigraha kim karishyati.
In the 32nd shloka which we just read, Jnani also sometimes deluded with desires. Because there is what is called the Prakriti in him. When Jnani himself is deluded by the Prakriti, what would happen to ordinary people like us? We will be deluded also. So be careful. He tells what we should do in the next shloka. That is exactly why Bhagavad Gita is perfectly rational book to spirituality. He doesn't misguide us in any manner for that matter. इन्द्रियस्येन्द्रियस्यार्थे रागद्वेषौ व्यवस्थितौ तयोर्वशमागत्य तव्यस्य परिपन्थिनम्. Good luck. इन्द्रियस्येन्द्रियस्यार्थे रागद्वेषौ व्यवस्थितौ तयोर्न वशमागत्य. Don't be a slave to your indriyas. Tauhyasya, what's that? Tayorna vashamagachyet. Second line, first part. Tayorna vashamagachyet. Don't be a slave of your indriyas. Understand, act, overcome. Don't be an addict to your indriyas. What a beautiful suggestion given. Don't be an addict. And he said, yes, you have a right to eat. Yes, you have a right to satisfy the desire. But don't be an addict of your desire, overcome them. Indriyasindriyasyarthe ragadvesho vyavastito. Every indriya has its own desire. It will force us, all our senses and the mind. They force us for some desire. But have a watchful eye that they don't control you, you control them. There's a difference. Vayurnamamambasa we read in the second chapter. Like a boat in the water, goes whichever direction the wind blows, not it. You have a boat, you have a goal. To reach the goal, you must be able to steer your boat to the perfect side. Not burning your desires, but after having legally satisfying them, reach your goal. Indriyasyate ragadve. Every indriya has its own desires given to us. Say, for example, our eye says, look at the beautiful things. Even mouth says, eat whatever is so beautiful and sensitive. Ear says, listen to something which is good, and so on and so forth. And mind makes us addict to our desires. Don't be an addict to the desires. Tayorna vashamagachet. Don't be a slave to them. Tayorna vashamagachet. Don't be a slave of your desire. Overcome your desires, not by burning them, as he said, but by understanding them. There is a difference. Not by burning, but by understanding. You cannot burn, he said in the previous shloka. How can one burn it? Nigraha kim karishyati. Who can do nigraha without answering them? Therefore, indriyasyarthe ragadvesho vyavastha. Every indriya has its own raga and dvesha. That is desire and aversion. Certain things we don't like. We have aversion for certain things. Certain things we have a desire for. Raga, dvesha. There are two things for every indriya. Supposing a bad smell comes immediately without your knowing, you close your nose. There is an aversion for it. Supposing a pleasant smell comes in, you take a longer breath to smell it again. There is raga, there is dvesha. Don't be a slave to your raga dvesha. He says, tayorna vashamagacche. Don't be a slave to your raga dvesha. Tavyasya paripantino. They are your enemies. These raga dveshas are your enemies. These desires are your enemies. You can't burn them. You must satisfy them in the lawful way and overcome the desire. A beautiful middle path. Krishna says about the sannyasa many times, but his sannyasa is a different order of a higher level. Not that you leave everything and dream of everything that beauties of life. No. You go through the proper channel, satisfy all your desires, offer everything you do at the feet of God, and still relax all your life. Still relax all your life like a free man, a free woman. Indriyasyate ragadvesho vyavastito. Every indriya has its own raga and dvesha. I think you can follow all of it. You can follow it. Desires and aversions. Raga, dvesha. Tayorna Vashamagachi. Second line, first pada is perfectly fine. Don't be a slave of them. Don't. I think I gave you the example. Some are very crazy of Pani Puri. You are walking along and your favorite Pani Puri shop is in front. From a long distance, the smell of Pani Puri comes to your nose. Now there are two things. Like a slave, you go to the Pani Puri, or you say to your mind, no, I ate it last week, I will get you another one next week, keep quiet, and you walk away. That is, in the second one, he has a control over it. In the first one, he saw the Pani Puri, there is no other go, he must eat it. That is a slave. Second one is a winner. Not that he doesn't eat Pani Puri. She doesn't eat Pani Puri. She eats. Wait, I will get you next week. Or I ate last week, I am fine. No worry. If this happens, then we have control over it. Indriyasyate raga dvesha vyavastito. Every indriya has its own raga and dvesha. Tayorna vashamagache. Don't become a slave of your desires. Tavyasya paripanti. No, they are your spoilers. So our enemy is not outside. Krishna says, look within, he is inside you. These ragadveshas are your enemies. They are sitting in your mind. They are sitting in your senses. They are in second chapter he also told. There are 5 senses and a mind. One is essential to spoil us to the full. We have 5 enemies and also a mind. And the 6 of them to overcome. So you cannot forcefully overcome them. You can intelligently overcome them. With understanding, you can overcome them. What a beautiful suggestion given. I think we can recite. Indriyasyendriyasyarthe
Indriyasyendriyasyarthe
ragadveshau vyavastitau
ragadveshau vyavasthitau
tayorna vashamagachet
tayorna vashamagachet
tavyasya paripanthinau
tauhyasya paripanthinau
indriyasyendriyasyarthe
indriyasyendriyasyarthe
ragadveshau vyavastitau
ragadveshau vyavasthitau
tayorna vashamagachet
tayorna vashamagachet
tavyasya paripanthinau.
tauhyasya paripanthinau.
To explain this, there is a beautiful example in Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's life. He was at a dinner party in some devotee's house. Food was so delicious. At one level, he said, I am full, I can't eat anything at all hereafter. He said to his friends sitting next to him, his devotees sitting next to him. Then came the jalebis. When jalebi appeared, Ramakrishna also began to get salivas in his mouth. And asked the man serving jalebi to put 2 of them. Man sitting next to him thought, I caught Ramakrishna today. And he asked, you said you cannot eat anything at all here, but how are you asking for not 1 but 2 jalebis? How is that, Paramahamsa ji? He asked. Paramahamsa gave an interesting example. Have you seen Calcutta roads? The man said, yes, I have. And then it was not the roads full of cars like ours at the present. Then they were chariots, horses and the carts. And yes, he said, I have seen. How many chariots will be there? Plenty. Will there be way there? No, it's very difficult to cross when the chariots are moving this way and that way. And what would happen when Viceroy's chariot comes on the same way? God knows where the way is. All people go to this side and that side and leave the way in the middle for the Viceroy's chariot to pass through. I said, Jilebi is Viceroy's chariot. It has place in it. So desires are to be satisfied, not to be burned, but we must not become the slaves of desires. That's the wonderful thing he advises. So, Indriya, did we recite that shloka? Yes, I think we did. Yeah. And we come to another very interesting and eye-opener shloka from Bhagavad Gita. Shreyan swadharmo vigunaha paradharmat sanushthitat. Swadharme nidanam shreyaha paradharmo bhayavaha. We are 92 people sitting now in the class. I told you earlier, our mixture of sattva, raja and tama are different in all the 92. And our interests are also different. Shreyan sadharmo vigunaha. Your dharma may not be that good as the dharma of Ramakrishna, but still you must honor them. Paradharma sanushtitat. You cannot become another person by following him. Whatever work gives you timelessness in doing it is your swadharma. We have what's called a caste system in India: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. They are not by birth according to Krishna. There are 4 kinds of jobs in a society. One is intellectual job, Brahmin, a mantri, a guide, a teacher, and so on. A Kshatriya, man who protects society inside and also from outside, military, army, air force, etc. They are very complicated now. And the Vaishya, the business class and the agricultural class. And the last one is working class. Neither one is superior nor one is inferior to Krishna. You will get to know it when you get to the end of the class. All are equal because that is their swadharma. They have aptitude. Supposing a housewife is there, she cooks the food. Cooking may take 2 hours, say. If she feels 100 times my all friends are in good jobs, they are getting lakhs of rupees salary every month, I am condemned to this job of doing this. Neither she is interested in her job, nor she would get the other one. Should not happen. Love your job, that is your swadharma. That job which gives you timeless experience is swadharma. Sitting in the class, I yawn, say for example, 20 times before I complete 1 hour. That's not my swadharma. Sitting in the class, if you do the same thing, better to switch off and go to sleep. How did 1 hour pass? That should be the indicator of our swadharma. I give the example of students once again. A student is well prepared for his examination, and another one who sits next to him is not prepared at all. That the student who has not prepared at all has to take his paper out of the examination room. He must wait for half an hour. First half an hour bell is rung, he can take it out. But that half an hour for him will look like 1 year. He has nothing to write. He sees the invigilators, he sees the boy sitting next to him or the girl sitting next to him. He looks at his watch, he looks at the other students. Time doesn't pass at all. Half an hour he has to sit. Looks like 3 or 4 hours. What about that boy who prepared very well for his examination? 3 hours he had, still he felt, oh, I did not have time to complete 2 more questions. Simply the difference between the two, involvement and not involvement. That work which gives you full involvement is your swadharma. That work that doesn't make you involved in it is not your swadharma. Here also I can tell you one more thing. We have to blossom Everyone is a different blossom. I cannot become Ramakrishna. If I try to become Ramakrishna, I will neither be Ramakrishna, I will be neither be myself. There are thousands of sannyasis in Ramakrishna Ashrama. Not a single sannyasi got the same experience which Ramakrishna had. If you take the history of spirituality throughout the world, every man, he had his own experience. No one was equal to him. Ramakrishna is different. Ramana is different. Going out of the religion, other people also they are different. Ravi Shankar Guruji different. Sadguru different. The present day, everyone will have different experience. So if you want to have the experience Ramakrishna had, you will neither be you nor be Ramakrishna. You are lost. Understand everything, become yourself. The greatest lesson that Krishna has been giving Arjuna to us is that don't follow to get that experience. These people usually say, sit here like this and you will have this experience. Now the chakras are opening and so on. And it's only your weakness that you feel that something is happening there in your mind. If not, try yourself whether you get it. If you get it, if you don't get it, don't worry much about it. So we cannot become other person. Shreyan Swadharma Vigunaha. Though not very good, your Swadharma is the best. Paradharma Sanushtita. Instead of following another's dharma, your Swadharma is the best for you. You have to find out your own way of coming out of the problems in life. You can take suggestion, that's right, but still the doer is you. Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunaha Paradharmas Anushtitat Swadharme Nidanam Shreyaha. Even to die in your Swadharma is better, because you can be very much involved in your Swadharma. Paradharmat Sunushtita. If you try to follow the another's dharma, not good enough. Better to die in your Swadharma. Now there are classes for children to find out their attitude. From 6th, 7th standard or even higher grades, there are people who say we will find out the attitude of our children. They will give you exams. They write. Analyzing his answer papers, what questions he has asked, what aptitude he has asked, and analyzing their paper, they will say, this boy is good to be a doctor, this boy is good to be an engineer, this boy is good to be a worker, this boy is good to be a saint, and so on. Even that may be there. So there are methods. There was also this method in our tradition. In the first year birthday of a child, it would just now learn to sit. Dinner party is arranged. All things are served on a banana leaf. Food is there, sweet is there, jalebi is there, polka is there, paper is there, pen is there, money is there. And boy or girl is brought and made to sit in front of the leaf. And they used to enjoy that. First the boy took jalebi and ate it. So this man is going to be a small bakasura. And that means he is going to be a big eater. If he took the paper, Saraswati has blessed him, he has taken paper. Money, he would say, Lakshmi, he has a great desire for earning and Lakshmi is his favorite. So on and so forth. We had a simple method of finding out the Swadharma. So here is a great shloka in Bhagavad Gita. Find out your Swadharma. That is that work which give you timelessness when you do. Again, coming back to this class, if you have to earn 20 times before the class, shut it and go. If 1 hour passes like just I had said and it is already 27, 26, it's time to close, that's your Swadharma. Sit here with beautiful brains. I think we can read this shloka. Shreyan Swadharmo, underline that shloka. Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunaha.
Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunaha.
Paradharmat Swanushtitat
परधर्मात् स्वनुष्ठितात्
Swadharme Nidanam Shreyaha
स्वधर्मे निधनं श्रेयः
Paradharmo Payavaha
परधर्मो भयावहः
Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunaha
श्रेयान् स्वधर्मो विगुणः
Paradharmat Swanushtitat
परधर्मात् स्वनुष्ठितात्
Swadharme Nidanam Shreyaha
स्वधर्मे निधनं श्रेयः
Paradharmo Payavaha.
परधर्मो भयावहः.
What is the Swadharma of Arjuna? He is a Kshatriya, he has fought wars, he has even won over Shiva, and it is his Swadharma. He said earlier in the second chapter, your Swadharma also needs you to fight back. Krishna knew Arjuna's Swadharma was Kshatriya. What would happen to me if I am taken to the warfield and given a gun? I don't know. That may not be my Swadharma. Somebody would kill me. So find out your Swadharma and act according to it. That is the best way of living. That is what he suggested in Shloka 35. You go to the prayer, Meena madam, you can do the prayer.